Afternoon motivation. Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Smells so good. Nobody even knows. Let's go. Left my joint from yesterday, so I'm ready to smoke. But who's ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Woo, woo, bap, bap, boom, bap, bap. Sit here and do some more marijuana motivation. I'm inside all morning. Share in my lungs. You can't beat it. Such morning motivation. Saints addiction. It's okay. That's this morning's motivation. We're gonna have this conversation because it needs to be said. But when it's okay, it's okay. People make you feel okay. They make you feel welcome. They make you feel appreciated, and that's what I've been looking and desiring for. Joy Weeklock. I probably should have rolled another one too, but good afternoon, bro. If you're okay, this is like deeper than it's okay. It's like if you're healed, they'll say it all the time that hurt people and heal people heal people. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they're not walking around healed. They are not okay. And I started to see that people that make you feel okay are okay. If they are not okay, which is a word that they use around here too, okia. I guess that means to the right, Boston, okia. But they say okay, even in here in Phoenix, they'll say the word, and they're like, we have this word, and I was like, is it okay, ay? No, it's like okay, ai or something, a okay. How about that? Are you a okay? I guess there'd be levels to this. Okay, I'm not hurt, and then like a okay, I'm doing fucking finley fantastic. Like you can't stop my ride. Up to you, but I see a lot of people that just they're not okay inside. They're not okay till they swallow some caffeine. They're not okay till they've eaten some food, which is pretty much all of us, and they're not okay till they swallowed some alcohol. Okay, and that's a thing that you're gonna have to figure out in your own life and go, why am I not okay? And how do I make it okay? Turns out it's the war in our heads that make it unokay. If we were really harnessed on our chi, we would just say everything's fine. And that's just not okay. Fine is like here. We want to be above fine. We want to be damn fine. Like, damn, she's fine. Most people, they don't know what their okay is. It's a sub level. It's just mediocrity. It's the I'm just feeling fine. Instead of making myself feel, hey, there's an actual tick right there on my camera. Look, when it climbs off, there it is, it's climbing off. Got spit in my beard. Hold on. That's a tick, y'all. In case you've never seen one, they are everywhere. They climbed literally. That is a tick and a half. It would get on your dog in a heartbeat. They are rampant around here. Look at it. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do, Shorty? What you gonna do? You gonna get the fuck away from me? Getting a little too close for me, but I think that's the equivalent of everything for everyone is to get their mind, body, and soul to work in alignment. That's when you feel homeostasis. That's when you feel totally okay. And it's super cool, having a full situation. I wonder if she's okay, and checking on your friends to make sure they're okay. That's one of the biggest deals of our lives to say, okay, I'm okay. I'm not harming myself inside of myself, you know. I'm not harming myself on the external parts of myself. And then I have a little bit of hope in myself to make myself go further. And it's something that's essential with everyone, but I don't think that they necessarily check in with it. Fucking hangnail in here somewhere. And that's what this one's about. Say, am I okay? You know, to sit long enough to sit with yourself and says everything okay. You know, that's something that you would expect like a school counselor to do, or your friends to do, or a loved one to do, but it's something you can do with yourself and sitting there and go like, dude, am I okay? To check in and go, am I working on my health? Maybe I need to get outside and feel the fresh air. Maybe I need to do some exercise. Today's a great, perfect, beautiful day. I need to be outside and be okay. I need to be able to make my bank say okay. I need to be able to say my body to say okay, and I need to be able to get my mind to say okay. In that order, not necessarily, but to check in with myself and make sure that this is okay. This little heart of mine, and say, okay, heart, what are you doing? And the heart will tend to battle the mind and say, okay, if this is okay, then you would say, well, you're healthy, you're alive, you're in a perfect environment, then that should be okay. And then the other things would be like, well, you're not having this. Well, I'm not having that. Well, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough hope for me to actually be fundamentally okay, or check the box that says I'm okay. And you want to be. You want to be able to say to yourself, you know, that I don't need those things, right? I don't need an external thing, right? Maybe the feeling isn't okay, and that feeling is telling me I need to go for a walk and make it okay, right? Or I felt like my health isn't okay, so I have to look into my diet and see if I can make that the way that I want it to be. And also people that are fundamentally like sound mentally, like, are they available for conversations that are healthy? You know, a lot of people, they don't want to jump into anything that doesn't feel okay, right? We want to feel safe, we want to feel heard, we want to feel someone's interested, right, in us. And then we'll find things that we go, these things didn't work out for me. There it is. I see it now. Fucker. Little loose nail here trying to get at me. Got him. Got him. God damn, it's been bugging me. And I think that's what we do as human beings. We'll rise up and go, you know what'll make me feel okay? Maybe I need to go walk to the store and go get some snacks. Yeah, the snacks will make me feel okay. Or, you know what'll make me feel okay? Maybe I need some travel. You know, that'll make me feel okay. Or I just need to meet up at the bar with my friends and drink a little bit. That will make me feel okay. We set ourselves on patterns. You can call them a, a dopamine pathway, but that's the way that we create our okay. We carve out these situations, go, you know what, if I can talk to my friend, they'll make me feel okay. Conversations are like magic, you know. That's why I say people are the medicine, because when you get next to other people that are okay, they help you feel okay, right? They talk about healthy conversations. They're not arguing with you. They're talking about introspection instead of projecting upon you, you know. They listen to you instead of saying what they want to say. This is a feeling that can't be replaced, right? Even if you try to hire a psychologist or try to befriend someone, right? It doesn't feel the same as the right person to call, and they have that magical way of making you feel okay. Normally, when you're in psychology, psychology says that that would come from your environment, that would come from your parents. It's a way that, especially if you're bonded to one parent more than the other, and go, you know what, all I had to do was talk with my after a workout. I usually, that's where we're gonna go in, and I, you know what, I'm seeking just live now, you know, to make me feel a certain type of way. Hey brother. And maybe it's a smile from a stranger. Yeah, get on my live too, bro. Say what's up. Yeah, there you go. We're both each other's cameras. And that's what's okay for me. To make a stranger smile makes me feel okay. It makes me feel like my environment is safe, and that I'm in alignment with other human beings, that they smile at me anyway, because that's what life's about. You know, it's our interaction. See, she's so cute. Hey, great smile. This one, the little lady, got the great smile, you know. Maybe I should just keep the camera on front and then you can just watch all these people walk by. Maybe that'll be okay. You want to people watch with me and see if they're okay? And that, I mean, just looking at a human being, you can tell if someone's okay. It doesn't even matter if it's the same language. You can go and walk past a person. Like I always say, I want to smile at the person that's not smiling, especially like at an airport or somewhere public, like a train or somewhere where you can tell someone's, are you okay? It's almost disarming them, because most people, they don't ask that. Oh my God, that's too cute. Dogs on shirts. Did I tell you already? I
What?
told you already, huh?
What you
The
told me?
dogs on shirts that we make dog shirts at the print shop.
No.
Yo, on Instagram,
Oh,
dogs
thank
on shirts will make your cute dog a shirt. Yo, yo, yeah, have a good day. Yeah, you know what I mean, man? And that's what I'm saying, It makes other people feel okay, It makes them think about it checking in. And I think a lot of people they ignore those feelings, right? Or those sensations to say, what's a healthy way of making myself okay? What's a healthy way to say, I don't live in this turmoil or a storm inside my brain that makes me feel the vibration that things aren't right, you know and if that's a sensation that you've been getting since you were a child, even when you're getting into an adulthood, you're talking about stress, you're talking about anxiety. These are the triggers that go, okay, holy shit, nothing's right now. I even saw, what was I watching, a Sopranos issue, and he's arguing with his girlfriend, car wreck, and the first thing he did was reach into the freezer and grab vodka and start pounding it. Anything we can do, including like licking salt off of dams, you know what I mean? Like that makes the goats feel okay. The monkeys have to come down from the trees and get close to the salt licks. It's the way that it makes our brain feel okay. We have a natural system inside of us that says, hey, you're going to need calories. Hey, you're going to need salt. Hey, you're going to need proteins. You're going to need these things to be okay. And that's our homeostasis. That's our system saying that these are needed facilities or faculties or whatever you want to call it, elements that are going to essentially make you okay inside. And that's what I was saying about people walking by, making them smile, or maybe when you walk by and you can tell that they're not okay, that would be the first thing that you would say, especially after that car accident. You would roll that up and like, are you okay? Obviously, a person that was just in a car accident would be sub okay, right? You would still say that you're okay. No, I want to be more than okay. You know, that should be a shirt. Oh, yeah, more than okay, How's it going? And that's what I want. I want to be more than okay. I want to be healthy. I want to be aware. I want to be choosing these pathways instead of them making me repeat my situation over and over again. Like everyone, maybe it's your caffeine, it's your energy drinks, it's the Coca-Colas, it's the coffees. Maybe it's the food, it's the gluttony, it's the sugars, the salty and the fried. You know, maybe it's the calm. Calm can be an addictive substance too, because you'll get into something like a Netflix and chill. That'll make me feel calm. Pre-programming, that'll make me feel calm. um, uh, uh, Nature's my favorite. Nature always makes me feel good. Just being in the sun and in the shade. And who doesn't want to be a lazy bull under a tree, just flopping his things through the winds? And that's what ends up happening. It ends up becoming something that makes us all feel okay. Not this one again. I think I've talked to this one again. Watch this, dude. Your boy Marky Saint risen it up. And that's what you want to be. You want to be okay with your situations every day. You want to be able to say, I feel okay with myself, with my life. And look at this one. Look at this one. Okay, what's up? I've seen you in this dress before, haven't I?
Yes.
Yes. Is this the same day? Is it starting to repeat the day?
Yeah, it is
we're
the
in the
same
we're
day.
in
But
the
that time I went over there.
You never know. If you never know, if if it's the same clothes, you never could be the
Exactly.
same day. We'll see you later. Come by. Come see the shop. I'm
I
trying
don't
to.
have time.
You're always so busy. Hey, anybody could follow Instagram. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And some people, you got to check in with them. Maybe they're forcing themselves from their okay. That happens too. It's almost like every day we'll find a way to be like, I'm so busy. And it's like maybe it's a conversation with another human being as she walks up the stairs, you know? Maybe that's what you needed. You needed that stranger to say, are you okay? You know? Or giving. I saw a lady keep in a box. She has like food in the back of her car of sandwiches and snacks, bananas, things like that to make sure, are you okay? Are you hungry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? These things affect all human beings. Not all human beings are flush with money or flush with confidence or flush with calories. And this is going to make something you make you feel like a deficit for sure, especially if you're the type of person where you don't even fucking know why you're doing. She's already fixing her hair, so that means she wants to look good in front of me. Hold on, we'll riz her up too. And that's the situation at hand. Everyone's going to have something that they're going to be like, I wish it made me feel okay. Yeah, adjusting everything. Let me see. Adjust my hair, adjust my bag, adjust my glasses. Yep, yep. And no smile. Okay. So, some people aren't okay, bro. It's a medical like emergency when people aren't okay, and they just stomping their feet, they're chewing their gum fast, they're fidgeting, she was like, I don't know. Maybe she needs a coffee. She needs a boyfriend. Maybe she needs a smile. But a lot of us will stop our flow. We'll stop that knowing and go, okay, I'm so driven. That was one of my weaknesses. Would be instead of checking if I was okay, I would just punish myself more and be like, bite down on your mouthpiece. Just keep going harder. And then I frazzled myself. I burnt myself and fried myself. You know what I mean? And that's what we end up doing in the morning. Aw, too cool, too cool. That's cool. I fried myself. I fried myself going too far, too many hours, too long, not replenishing what needed to keep me smiling. These things end up happening, and that's the thing. You're gonna have to have conversations with yourself. Like if I don't adjust, right? Odds are I'll probably repeat the patterns that have sufficed me this whole time. Whatever it is, you name it, everyone has it. It's not just you. Every human being has something where it could be, I think, like food, sex, substances, entertainment, nature. I got to add the adventure, travel. We as human beings only have like about 10 things to choose from to say, okay, that makes me feel healthy. That makes, bless you, that makes me feel in alignment, and that makes me feel okay. You have to track that in yourself. That's something that everyone does, but I don't think most people track. They would just be like, yo, I'm already up in the morning. I already have coffee. That's going to make me feel okay. And our bodies, without even knowing, will follow this neural pathway, these dopamine pathways, till we achieve that feeling that we're seeking, right? We're like, hey, I need that sugar rush. I know that works on me the most. It's like if I can get some sugar, I'm like, that'll improve my mood. Let me go get some chocolates. Yeah. Pasta Thai, pasta Thai. Somebody just walked by speaking Thai, and I've learned that my nature time seems to work better, especially than like an alcohol. I find that my travel works better than, I say, food, because then I'll switch up my diet and go somewhere else. If I stay in a place long enough, then I'll obviously track down my diets and stuff that make me eat the same things. Like I'll go to the same places and be like, smash a bowl. We had smashed some chicken wings last night. They're really good. Thank you, Yoni. And other things that are inside of us will be like, okay, how do I get this brain to not be in panic, to not be in anxiety, to be free and calm and not watching my watch or the time or what I gotta do, like the other chick stomping, like she's just if you're not enjoying the walk to where your destination is, then you miss the whole point. Our gratification is in the process of achieving, not that when we get there all of a sudden it's hands in the air, we're like, yeah, I'm winning. No, 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 no. It's like it was like the grueling hours at 5 o'clock in the morning. That needs to take place. That needs to happen to be able to go. It was the stress leaving my body. That's what I love about working out so much, is like all that ex- what's the word I want to say? All that, not excursion, all that secretion. What's the word I want to say? There's like extenuating circumstance, this extrusion of what pain leaving my body, and stress literally relieving myself, just like oh, oh, after like some jump rope, or after like benching, or even doing some pull-ups. Like, it's like hard to still stay in the same frame. And this was like great about traveling. It's hard to stay in that same frame of mind, and that vision board, because now everything's changed. Like, all the languages have switched, all the environment, the trees, the fauna, uh, the air, it's switched, and that puts me in a different position inside of me, like, right, because I chose a different reality, right, instead of going, this is going to keep me here. I do something that keeps me from going there, if that makes sense, going there inside my brain, going inside my mind, and going inside my life, and saying, okay, yeah, like, the past sucked, and those lost relationships, or those lost lives. I had a friend that just had a birthday, and his buddy just died, and they're the same age. It's like, some people get to make it and some people don't. Hello. And some people just don't get a chance to ever get to feel different, right? Like, they wouldn't even know, because they're so an automated response, right? That's a follow right to the cookies in the cookie jar, and straight to the milk, just like Santa Claus. And we'll find ourselves going like, yeah, and my favorite is still the girl that kicks the ball and it bounces off the TV, and of course it's on her favorite news channel, and it bounces off the snacks, and of course those spill on the couch. Hell, it even bounced off the blanket and got cozy around her. It's like, how did I get here? I think all of us do that. How did I get here? How did I get in this situation? We're going to risk someone else up again, too. And then that's the conversation that you need to have with yourself. You're like, on some, if this is my reality, how did I make it so? And oh, she didn't come by, but so you already know. That's what you're doing. You're gonna say, make it so. Make it so it's okay. Make it so it's healthy for you to be able to do something and get a different reality and different feeling and a different situation. The circumstances change the moment that you change not only your character but the content of your thinking. Right? They always say content of character. That's my favorite part about Martin Luther King Jr. These type of feelings and situations, it tends to get us to be more aware of why we're doing what we're doing. Instead of just following instincts and following feelings and just having an emotional output, the emotionality will get us to do far more outreaching things than we would have done in real reality, right? Under circumstances, you take someone's test, or you ask some strangers while they walk around, you know what I mean? They just you go ask them, what have you changed, and most people would be like, I haven't changed anything. I felt this way, so I did it this way. Instead of, okay, I felt this, so I put in place a way to heal myself that isn't the same as what I've been doing. That's the tough part for most people, is they tend to just get carved out, just like the Grand Canyon, all the way to their dopamine pathways, and say, then I can feel okay. As soon as I buy this purse, then I can feel okay. As soon as I accomplish this goal, then I will feel okay. As soon as I eat, then I'll feel okay. Probably the eat is probably the soonest one. That's probably the most interactive, real thing that human beings do, because it's true. Your body will signal to you that you need calories or proteins or vegetables just to keep the internal going. It's an internal monologue. It's inside of all of us. It's just, constantly adjusting, almost like the B-2 bomber. It's a flying wing, and if it wasn't for technology and fly-by-wire, it would just fall out of the sky. But because it's constantly adjusting our emotions, right? That's why we seek these things. That's why we seek a travel or an entertainment or food. It is a reason why we do any of the things that we do. There has to be an instinct. There has to be what's the word? An ignition, something internal that we are seeking, and we'll go like that. Man, if I get that, bro, shit, you know how happy I'd be. And that's what we do. We forget to skip the perspective of be happy now, be do have, not have do be, right? So if it's like, if I have it, then I'll do it, and then I'll be it. Instead, it's the real Neville Goddard part of it. It's the Napoleon Hill of it. It's the visualization of it, saying, be do have. Be happy now. Start getting an attitude of gratitude of the things you have, because I guarantee you those things can get worse. People can die. Health can get worse. health can be lost, wealth can be lost, you can be so much worse off. And trust me and believe me, that's the way it can go. But most people don't check in and go, oh man, at least I got breakfast this morning, right? Or at least I had a roof over my head. And there was a couple things that were written down, and I think I downloaded it, but it's on the other phone. But it's like, if you had clean water to drink. I was talking with my friends how good his girls have it, and they're always so hard on him, but they have everything. They get to go on vacations, they get to go day trips, they get to go drinking at night. This is the way people buy their happiness. You know what I mean? But if it can easily be taken away, if you were like in Africa, then you ain't gonna have no clean water, and you ain't gonna have nobody to eat with. How are you? And then you're gonna have no way to exit this super dopamine pathway that we always keep. So that was one of those things that I see in my own head. You know what I mean? And that's the real reality. So you're gonna have conversations. You're gonna have the real deal conversations with yourself and go, do I feel okay, or how do I make myself feel okay? That would be the biggest question of them all. I remember when we were at the what was the thing called? I don't remember the name of the course now. BU seminar, I think that was what it was. The BU seminar, and they were like, what activities do you do to slow down your progression or something? What are some unhealthy habits that you have that are keeping you from being your full finalized self? Something to this effect, and it's a lot like that. It's like, okay, how do I get myself to be okay now? Right, seek it now. And the three things that I have are three easy mantras, but it's pretty simple. It's um, um, I am safe, I am loved, and everything's gonna be okay. Thank you, energy flying above. That's exactly what it is. It's like, okay, every time I wanted to feel in threat, like my environment's in threat, or the friendships are in threat, or my family are threatening me, I needed to say, that's all right. That's external from me. It feels very personal, right? But that's on them, man. On them how the way they're gonna treat me. And I'm gonna have to have my own situations of spider this time and say, okay, I don't want to be treated that way anymore. Got the spider, like you can treat me any which way you want to. It's up to me to adjust to what my reaction is to it, right? You're gonna play your chess move and I get to play mine, and depending on how the way I interpreted it or internalized it is the way I'm gonna play next. So if I feel hurt, most people hurt people, so the next thing I'm gonna do is like, you broke trust, you made me feel bad inside, I feel rejected, I've lost loyalty, I've lost something internally. Then there'd be the ones where people like, let me get some get back, let me get some gossip, let me get some retribution. And that's just not justice. Justice is being able to say that you don't no longer affect me. I don't allow you to fuck with my okay. I don't allow you to fuck with my internal being, and that is my light. And that's what it makes me feel all right. And that's what I was telling the girl the other night. It was just like, you're not even smiling. These people are so void of finding what makes them happy. They're looking for someone else to make them happy, or some other substance to make them happy, or any other external thing. And it never works out that way. You have to start from the inside, and you just go, okay, get rid of these things that are keeping me further away from my okay, right? And then start concentrating on things that I have internally with myself, and that makes me feel okay. And that's when I started to really go, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm breathing. Check, mic 1 2. Got roof over my head. I got food in my stomach. Those three things right there. You ask a normal person, they would never understand it. You ask a guy that just got out of prison, oh bro, it is lovely being outside, opening doors, having windows, eating the food that you choose, and doing what you want with your own time. Bro, we all say that we want these things till it gets taken away, and that's the fucking facts of it. We don't appreciate anything till it's taken from us, and that's the big difference. Having conversation, so shirts for babies, dogs on shirts, languages on shirts, it all works. And that's what we got to do. Instead of looking at what's not working, let's look at what is working. Get an attitude of gratitude quickly, feel that feeling in us, and watch ourselves not chase the devil in its tail the whole time away. So that's my morning motivation. You got anything out of this, you already know. Peace and love, and as always, Jigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. Oh, and I'm in Finland during the summertime. End of July. It's fantastic. So, peace and love. And as always, I'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace. Like